Today's story is about a business, and what happens when things suddenly get much harder. A man named Murphy rented a property to run a car dealership. The lease was clear. He would use the space to sell cars, and in return, he would pay rent. Everything was going as expected. But then something changed. During World War II, the government placed restrictions on the sale of new cars. These rules made it much harder for car dealerships to operate. Sales dropped, and business slowed down. Murphy was affected. He could no longer run his dealership the way he had planned, so he wanted out of the lease. He argued that the situation had changed so much that the contract should no longer apply. After all, the whole purpose of the lease was to sell cars, and now that was no longer easy to do, so he stopped paying rent. The landlord disagreed. The case eventually went to the California Supreme Court, and the question became whether a contract can be canceled just because circumstances have changed. In Lloyd versus Murphy, the court looked at the situation carefully. They understood that the war had made business more difficult. But they focused on one key point. Was it impossible to continue, or just harder? The court said it was still possible. Even though selling cars had become more difficult, it wasn't completely prohibited. Murphy could still operate in some way, even if business was not as good as before. So the court made a clear decision. Murphy lost. The contract still had to be followed. The court explained that the law does not cancel a contract just because it becomes less profitable or more difficult. For a contract to be set aside, the situation must make performance truly impossible, not just inconvenient. This case became an important reminder that when you enter into a contract, you take on certain risks. And sometimes, even major changes in circumstances are not enough to cancel your obligations. And that's the story of Lloyd versus Murphy. Thank you for watching. If you enjoy this story, follow along for more. See you on the next episode.